It is my esteemed honor to bring to the stage right now the Mayor of the City of Chicago, the Honorable Rahm Emanuel.
Thank you. Let me just say this, because this is an important weekend. I know you think it's because I'm talking about the election, but if you want to think that, I won't disabuse you of that. It's to everybody, I wish you both a good Easter, and then for everybody else also a good Passover. It's a very important holiday for all of us to remember our families, our faith, and our sense of community. Cheryl, on behalf of the city, I want to thank the Chicago Defender. The history of our city, you can talk through and read through from the history of the Chicago Defender and the role it's played in shaping our city, its image, not just to the rest of the world, but its image of its own self. And when you think about the fact that the President of the United States was here the other day to recognize and create a national monument at Pullman, and then you think about the role the Chicago Defender played with everybody taking the paper down south to tell them a different story of what was going on north, the paper they took was the Chicago Defender. And so that recognition of Pullman, I hope everybody sees the Defender's role in that. But I'm so proud of Michelle. I want to single her out. Within the first month that we came into term, it's 4 years ago, she went back, it hadn't been done since Harold Washington, rewrote the entire cultural plan for the city of Chicago. We now, the reason we're the #1 city putting arts and education back into the schools, Michelle Boone, because she led that plan. That's what people wanted to see. We offer 1,000 free events every summer in our parks called Night Out in the Parks. Shakespeare, in the park. Midnight Circus, in the park. Joffrey, in the parks. You can't get any public assistance in the cultural entity if you're not doing something free. All you have to bring, a blanket, and remember the divvy for your winter, that lawn chair, it works. That's your payment. And you can see in your neighborhood, at your parks, there are 7 events free every night, 7 days a week, throughout the summer in the city of Chicago, because Michelle Boone wrote a plan and said we're going to take the cultural entities and strengths of the city and give it free out there in the neighborhoods of the city of Chicago. And she has been a tremendous, I don't know where she gets the energy to see what she sees, but she does a great job in that effort. In the same way that Felicia Davis, who started in my office and now is head of the building department, has rewritten the rules to speed the process up in which people are getting their permits to go forward and build. I now refer, when I became mayor, there were 8 or 9 cranes building buildings. There are now 30 with another 10 on the way. 1,200 jobs per crane. I refer to the crane as the new Chicago bird. That's what you see in the sky around the city of Chicago, and that's because of Felicia Davis's leadership in making that happen. I want to say something to Pam, Cleo, Annette, Dolores, and Ebony. These are the women I've been in the living room with alone, who've lost a child to gun violence. I don't get to pick women of excellence, but you are noted. I noted 4 women who have done something with their lives in public service. I don't know how these women, I will say this as a father, if I lost a child to gun violence, I'd be so wrapped around the axle, I don't think I could ever get out of my anger. How these women put one foot in front of another and then take their personal pain and turn it into a public good to make sure no other mother walks down their path are my leaders. Those are the women of excellence. That they themselves, I will never forget this. When I was in Dolores' living room, before even Pastor Hannah had shown up, and we were hugging and holding each other. I couldn't tell who was holding the other person up. She only asked for one thing. I said, just name it, I'll do it. I want a van so no other baby, I want to drive those babies to basketball court. That she would, at her lowest moment as a parent, having lost her child, was thinking of driving other kids, children of other parents, to basketball, to and from. These women are made of something. And my Women of Excellence year, besides I'm proud of the 4 you've picked that I've recognized, are the mothers who have taken their personal anguish and with their full fiber of their body have tried to make sure that no other mother, let alone parent, walks down their path again. And I would like to make sure we as a city always honor them. Thank you and God bless you.